countries feel permanent. They've got flags, borders, anthems, a vibe. But here's the twist. Some of the most powerful countries in history no longer exist.
After 20 years of war, the Republic of Vietnam is ceasing to exist.
The dream of Yugoslavia is dead and it is drowning in blood. The Soviet Union has collapsed, leaving millions stranded in the freezing cold. The world is watching a nation die of hunger by your hour.
In the next few minutes, we're going to figure out why countries disappear and what happens to the people, the culture, and the map when they do. When a country disappears, two things happen. The legal entity is dissolved and its identity gets reabsorbed into neighbors, states, or sometimes a myth of what used to be. And the reason? Usually a cocktail of war, power shifts, nationalism, colonialism, and economics. But the consequences are almost always human. Prussia wasn't just some small German state. For centuries, it is a military-industrial powerhouse that shaped Europe, disciplined armies, a bureaucracy that worked, and a culture of order that helped unify Germany in 1871. After World War II, Prussia's identity was tied to militarism, and the Allies abolished it. Its territory was carved apart, went to Poland and Soviet Union, and the rest folded into modern Germany. Here's the interesting part. Prussian culture didn't evaporate. It seeped into German institutions, education, civil service, even stereotypes about punctuality and efficiency. Yugoslavia started as the Kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes in 1918, then became a socialist federation after World War II. 6 republics, many identities held together by the broad identity of being Yugoslav. By the late 1980s, economic crisis, nationalism, and the end of Cold War cracked the glue. In 1991, republics declared independence.
Long live the Republic!
What followed was a series of wars.
We have just received confirmation that the ceasefire has officially collapsed. As you can hear behind me, heavy shelling has resumed. This is now all-out war.
And a new map.
Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia and Herzegovina, North Macedonia, Serbia, Montenegro, and later Kosovo. For people, this wasn't abstract geopolitics. It was passport changing, currencies replaced, neighbors turned into foreigners. The identity of Yugoslav for many became a memory. The country ended. The stories didn't. Not all disappearances are violent. Czechoslovakia, born in 1918, peacefully split into Czech Republic and Slovakia in 1993. The reason? Differing economic policies, political priorities, and democratic choice to separate. The borders changed with ballots, not bullets. East Germany didn't split. It merged. In 1990, after the fall of Berlin Wall, the German Democratic Republic succeeded to the Federal Republic of Germany. One state was absorbed, laws, institutions, currency almost overnight. Gran Colombia, a post-independence dream led by Simon Bolivar, united what is now Colombia, Venezuela, Ecuador, and Panama from 1819 to 1831. The challenge? Vast geography, regional elites, and different economic interests. The idea was grand. The administration wasn't. Let's go deeper. History is full of countries that rose and fell, leaving legacies that still shape our world today. Take the Ottoman Empire. For over 600 years, it controlled territory across Europe, Asia, and Africa. Its disappearance after World War I didn't just redraw borders. It created modern Turkey and a patchwork of new nations in Middle East.
Or consider Austro-Hungarian Empire.
Before 1918, it was multi-ethnic state holding together Czech, Slovaks, Hungarians, Croats, and more. When it dissolved, it burst into several countries that left unresolved tensions that flared decades later. Then, there's Tibet. Once an independent kingdom, it was absorbed into China in 1950s. Today, Tibet exists as an autonomous region, but its cultural identity and political aspirations remain a global debate. Colonialism created its own cycle of disappearing countries. Rhodesia existed in southern Africa until 1979 before becoming Zimbabwe. East Pakistan fought a bloody war of independence to become Bangladesh in 1971.
Even in recent decades, we've seen states vanish or transform.
South Yemen merged into North Yemen in 1990 to form the modern Republic of Yemen. Eritrea broke away from Ethiopia in 1993 and the Soviet Union, a superpower, dissolved in 1991, leaving behind 15 independent states.
Why does this matter?
Because when countries disappear, the ripple effects are enormous. Economies have to adapt, languages shift, families struggle new borders. So, what's the pattern? War and defeat, internal fracture, merger or absorption, negotiated split, colonial reconfiguration. Behind each map change are human decisions. Leaders, voters, rebels, diplomats, choosing which lines feel real enough to fight for or to walk away from.
Borders looks permanent, but they're not.
They're human inventions. Lines drawn to reflect power at a moment in time. And power changes. Next time you look at a map, remember, it's a snapshot, not a guarantee. Countries disappear, but the stories live on. In architecture, in language, in food, and in identities of people who carry those histories forward.